The NBA Finals are not over yet. Shout out to whoever took this photo because I think this is a really awesome photo of Derek Lively. I don't know about you, but unless you're a Boston Celtics fan, of course, you gotta be excited that the season isn't over because we get more basketball. I hate when the season ends. Tonight, the Dallas Mavericks performed the way a lot of us expected them to perform coming into this NBA Finals based on how they were playing prior to that. It was like a completely different team out there tonight. Completely different. Everything they did was so different. And obviously we can chalk up some of the mishaps from games 1 through 3 due to some inexperience on their part, also due to the experience on Boston's part, knowing the time and score and how to execute when they needed to, and also just Boston's defensive pressure. Dallas seemed to not be ready, if that makes sense. I'm not saying they weren't prepared for the NBA Finals, but it just seemed like Boston knew how to put the defensive pressure and Dallas didn't really have an answer, offensively or defensively, honestly. And I know Dallas's defense in general, they've been holding Boston to, for example, in Game 3, they only had 105 points. So I'm not saying their defense has been bad, but there have been a lot of, missed opportunities. But this game was completely different. They were doing things in this game that we finally, like I said, expected them to do. I understand, and we all understand, you're going to miss shots. For example, Kyrie Irving's first 2 games in Boston, he didn't really score a lot. And a lot of us think if Kyrie didn't even have to score 40 in Game 2, but if he just scored 25, they might win Game 2. But the biggest difference to me was their effort. And again, that partially may have been due to the fact of Boston just reading the defense, or offense rather, and being able to stop them from making the extra effort plays in some ways. But some of it is just hustle. And Derek Lively, that's why we're going to have him up here on the screen. Derek Lively was one of the biggest factors as to why they won tonight. Everybody on the team was hustling for loose balls, getting the 50-50 balls. It seemed like in games 1 through 3, all the 50-50 balls went to Boston. And tonight, it was completely opposite. And a lot of that was because Derek Lively would not quit on the boards. And this is something that has made them so effective in this playoffs. Derek Lively will get an offensive rebound, or Daniel Gafford will get an offensive rebound, and they will just then push the pace and then get a lob, which they actually had a few of them tonight, which is more than probably total in the total finals so far. Something else that they did that was really effective tonight was pushing the pace. Now I'm going to single out Luka just for one moment. He did a much better job of moving faster, not just, slowing it down to it's just one-on-one for 18 seconds of the shot clock, you know what I mean? He did a much better job of pushing it forward a bit, getting it ahead, passing it to Kyrie or somebody else, and not holding the ball too much and making sure that Boston's defense wasn't always set. There were still times, though, in the game where I was watching Luka and I'm like, run, push the pace, go. Because if you do that, and I understand Luka is not the fastest player, and we all know this, but if you just push the pace against Boston, you'll get plenty of lob opportunities because the defense isn't set. Yes, Boston is going to crash the paint and make sure that it's not easy, but if you're running up and down the court and their defense is not set yet, there's a good opportunity that you can at least get half of those lob attempts in, and then the other half will be stopped by them, but that's to be expected. That is something that NBA teams in general, sometimes I don't understand why they do it so often. Is and regular season is different because you got 82 games to, filter through. But when teams know, it doesn't matter how good of a defensive team you are, if the other team is running in transition, your defense will not be set. It's very hard to get all 5 guys back every play super fast. If someone pushes the pace, there will be open opportunities. Regardless of how good defensively you are, there's only so fast, you can run and get set, you know what I mean? And I think Dallas saw tonight, the more that they pushed the pace, the more opportunities they had. And yes, again, you're not going to make all of those. We'll say 50 of them you make, 50% of them you make, 50% of them you don't. But it's better than 0, and that was part of the difference in the game. Obviously, Kyrie was much better scoring the basketball. Luka was better as well, so those are always going to be factors in the game. And of course, we knew Kyrie had to score more and be more efficient. But I'm saying the extra effort plays, rebounding, diving for loose balls, just rotating and giving that, 100%, those things can just win you those games. Because how many times we watch a game and it comes down to the wire, and the team who gets that last offensive rebound ends up winning the game because that was the most important rebound at that time. So I expect Dallas, and I think they should, take this game plan that they used today to go into game 5 to have a chance to win, at the Celtics arena. Now, Boston shot very poorly from 3 and just everywhere in general. I don't know what the stats were, but if you watch that game, they weren't just missing shots. They were just not even hitting the rim. They were hitting the backboard. There were air balls, like rushing shots, mistimed. It was a lot of not very good shot making. So Dallas has to expect, and everybody has to expect, that Boston probably won't shoot as poorly as they did today. This was pretty poor shooting even for them. So we all expect the Celtics to play better. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, I think Jason Tatum had 15 and Jaylen Brown had 10 or 12. They didn't shoot very well. They didn't have many points. Jrue Holiday turned the ball over 4 times, which was really uncharacteristic of him. He would get to the basket and then just lose the ball. So all those little mistakes, I don't expect the Celtics to make them again. But if Dallas wants to extend the series, they are going to have to continue to push the pace, get in transition, get those easy baskets, and also just make sure that Boston has to work for every shot. The Kristaps Porzingis injury is really significant. You can see the difference on defense that Boston is with and without Porzingis. Offensively too, offensively we know he was crushing it. He came in the first game and just basically gave the Celtics a 20-point lead. So we know offensively what he does. And defensively, I thought that people, he is not a defensive player of the year. We know this. But there was a little bit underrating on his defense. He still, can do something on defense, And because of his size and his mobility at his size, it was really taking a toll on Dallas because they couldn't get anything in the paint. I think there was a stat when he was on the floor, they shot 40% or sub 40% or something like that from the field. And when he was out of the game, they were shooting 50, 60%. I think it might have been 60%. It was a huge difference. So I think this Porzingis injury is really significant for Boston on the defensive end because if Dallas is going to get everything they want in the paint, it's going to be tough to stop them because Luka will drive and kick it out, so that's not a problem. I'm really excited for Game 5, though. I have no idea, to be honest, what way it's going to go. I honestly have no prediction on whether I think Dallas wins or Boston wins. It is such a toss-up. But I will say, I saw Jaylen Brown's face after the game, and of course when you lose, you're upset. He had that face on I'm not trying to lose again. I want to win a title. So I expect Jaylen Brown to come out mega aggressive, ultra aggressive. I expect Jaylen Brown to put his head down and just drive to the basket. Will that be enough to win the game? I don't know, but I expect Jaylen Brown to be super aggressive, at least to start.